Hello there. You're listening to the Sort Yourself Out podcast. Spring is here, and this week we're discussing how you can spring clean your being on all levels. I'm your host, Janine Hunt, natural health therapist for over 30 years, hypnotherapist, lifelong student, and spiritual seeker. I like to seek out the most effective practices and techniques that provide the greatest bang for my buck and the fastest route to freedom from whatever is holding us back. I can't wait to share with you these powerful techniques so that you too can sort yourself out, know deeper meaning in your life, and best of all, a sense of inner peace. So let's get started. Well, hello there, and thank you so much for joining me today. Spring is here, woo! It's a glorious, warm, and sunny day here in France, which is so welcome after the cold, gray winter months. And spring is an excellent time of year to not just give the house a once-over, but also yourself. And if you're in the southern hemisphere, good news, autumn is the other traditional time to have a little cleanse, so you're not left out. So what does a spring clean on all levels mean? Well, we're talking about how to clean out the crap on not just the physical level, but also on an emotional and mental level. This is really important, as often it's the bad emotional and mental habits that create problems on the physical level, that is, in our physical bodies, or even more generally, on the physical plane in terms of the circumstances and events we bring about due to poor or sloppy or misguided mental and emotional ways of being. So I'm going to share a few simple things you can do to freshen yourself up and get your energy stirring as we head into spring. I'm going to start with a technique for your energy body. What the heck is your energy body? Well, we all have an energy system that is the blueprint of the physical body. You may have heard of it as the energy body or the etheric body. Basically, it's the electrical system of the body that contains the energy meridians from traditional Chinese medicine, as well as the energy centers or chakras from Ayurveda. The Ageless Wisdom defines it as the vehicle of life force, known as chi or prana, which vivifies and energizes the dense physical body, giving it warmth, motion, and sensitivity. Every single form, animate or inanimate, has its etheric counterpart. And interestingly, this energy body also connects us to the energy field of the planet and is the basis for our interconnectedness. Neato, right? So, all sorts of things can cause blockages in the energy system, which then result in some form or other of physical illness. Any illness or inflammation occurred first in the energy body before it descended into the dense physical body. Things like emotional or mental stress or trauma can cause blockages or imbalances in our energy field, which then manifest as illness in the physical body. So cleaning the energy system is a great place to start. So today I'm going to share with you an energy technique created by Donna Eden, who is an amazing energy healer and teacher of energy medicine and energy psychology. Donna's routine requires you to thump your fingers on certain points or energy hotspots that can be found on your skin all over your body. Massaging or tapping on these points stimulates, balances, or unblocks specific energy pathways or centers. Or you might be making specific movements that allow energies to cross over from the left hemisphere of the brain to the right side of the body, and vice versa. The activities and stresses of daily life can sometimes disrupt the flow of energy and cause it to flow homolaterally, meaning from the same side to the same side, rather than a crossover pattern. And when the energies don't cross over properly, you lose some of your vitality as well as your ability to heal or prevent illness. So you can see how important it is to keep your energies flowing and to work preventatively so that imbalances are treated at the energy level and do not need to manifest physically, which is the next stage. When I do the energy routine, I notice that I have much more energy throughout the day. I don't get that energy slump after lunch where the only thing I want to do is take a nap. I still feel alert and enthusiastic about carrying on with my work. I'll put a link in the show notes to Donna's energy routine on YouTube. I credit it with clearing up a tendonitis I had in my shoulder for nearly a year, that nothing else I threw at it would shift. And I threw a lot at it. After a few weeks of doing Donna's energy routine, the tendonitis cleared up. Now, this routine only takes 5 minutes, so give it a go. Next, here's a great way to give your body a cleanse on the inside. Get yourself some psyllium husks and give your intestines a cleanse. I'm going to spell this for you because the word psyllium doesn't look like it sounds, or vice versa. So it's Psyllium. And it might be pronounced psyllium, psyllium. I don't know. I'm used to saying it in French. So anyhow, you get your psyllium husks and you add a teaspoon of psyllium to a glass of water and stir it and drink up. It's pretty tasteless, but I warn you, if you leave it in the water too long before drinking it, it turns into a thick, slimy mass that is hard to choke down. Ooh, I'm really selling it, aren't I? But it's the very sliminess that provides psyllium's healing power. It has a softening effect on any compacted matter that has clung onto the walls of the intestines and allows the yuck to be eliminated. This will lead to a cleansing, but also to better digestion and better absorption of nutrients. And the emollient action of the psyllium also heals the mucous membranes of the gastrointestinal tract. So it's a multi-whammy treatment, just like I like. Now, a couple things to consider about taking psyllium husks. Take it at a couple hours distance from any medications or vitamins or pills you're taking, or it will just absorb the lot and it'll all be eliminated. Next, psyllium absorbs masses of water in the intestines, so you need to drink a lot of water when you take it. Now, psyllium is used as well to treat both constipation and diarrhea. So if you don't drink enough water, it can lead to constipation. So it's good to start small with psyllium, say a teaspoon, and to increase the dosage gradually up to about a tablespoon. Take it for a few weeks or a couple of months. There's not really a limit on how long you can take it. Psyllium is a fiber, so if you have any trouble with fiber or any other worries, consult your doctor first. Now, on to some more inner hygiene, but this time of the mental and emotional natures. For this, we have two practices, meditation and mindfulness. When you meditate, all your thoughts are paraded in front of your consciousness. You'll be surprised at the nasty shit you find in there. I know I was. You become aware of your thoughts, and then you can consciously choose not to energize the crappy ones anymore. Once you're aware of them, you can make that choice. When you meditate, you cultivate what's known in the ageless wisdom as the attitude of the detached observer. And this is what I call the minor miracle of meditation. where you become able to observe your thoughts and you realize that you are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are the observer of your thoughts and emotions. This ability to observe then translates into your daily life, freeing you from your knee-jerk reactions and conditioning from the past, as you are now free to choose new ways of expressing yourself. This capacity to manage your mind and emotions is really the path to inner peace. Another great way to manage your thoughts and emotions is to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness teaches us to live in the present moment. And when you're living in the present moment, you're not obsessing and experiencing regret about the past, nor are you projecting worry into the future. Energy follows thought, and you get what you think about whether you want it or not. So we definitely don't want to be dwelling on doom and gloom. Here's a quote I love by Bhagavan Das. Worrying is praying for something you don't want. Ha! Just imagine the energy you are pouring into what you don't want when you indulge in all that obsessive fretting. So I count meditation and mindfulness as the best things I've ever done for my well-being. They are two top-down techniques extraordinaire, which teach you to be the dispassionate observer of your thoughts and emotions rather than being at their mercy. With these two practices, meditation and mindfulness, you learn to detox your emotional and mental natures, and that will have an impact on your physical nature. Meditation is also the practice for connecting you to your spiritual nature, the reality of who you are. This will further help you to purify your being of all that needs to be released in order for you to realize the truth of who you are, a spiritual being here in your little earth suit. So, those are my nice, easy ways to give yourself a spring clean or an autumn clean. You might want to check out some of my other podcast episodes where I delve more deeply into these issues. There's episode 10, How to Tune Up Your Energy System, and episode 37, Easy Mindfulness Techniques to Start Today, and episodes 22 and 64, which are all about meditation. Now, if you'd like to get started with meditation, I have a free guide you can download, my quick start guide to doable meditation, that explains a simple style of meditation that takes as little as 5 minutes per day, but will still give you the benefits. It also includes tips to get you past the resistance to meditating daily that most of us feel before we get into the rhythm of it. You can get my quick start guide to doable meditation at theinspirationcloud.com/SYO69, and I'll put a link in the show notes. That's theinspirationcloud.com/SYO69. And those are the numbers 69. Okay, my friend, that is all for today. Thanks so much for listening. I really do appreciate it. Take care, and I'll see you next week. Thanks so much for listening to the podcast. I really hope you found it helpful and full of uplifting ideas that you can put into practice in your life. And if you have, chances are your friends and family will too. So please share it with them on social media. You'll be helping them to sort themselves out, because I bet you think they need it, right? But seriously, you'll also be doing me a huge favor, and I will be eternally grateful for your generosity. It would also be lovely if you would leave me a review on iTunes, preferably a nice one, please. And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast while you're there. If you have any questions or would like me to address a certain topic, I'd love to hear from you. You can email me at info@theinspirationcloud.com. Have a good one, folks. Thanks again, and I'll see you next week.